right, new relief for nerve pain. We talked about that. That is completely true. We're going to tell you more about a device they are calling the pacemaker of nerve pain. That's just in a little bit.
Yeah, the famous ski hills of Wisconsin. Well, it's not necessarily false. It's just a bit of heavy sarcasm.
Very heavy sarcasm. Think Little Switzerland. Also, the naming rights to the Home Bridge being sold, that's a complete lie, fabrication. And the man behind the misleading headline is Andy Tarnoff. He is the co-founder of OnMilwaukee.com. This is their biggest day of the year when all of Milwaukee wants to know about fake news like Tiffany is engaged. Were you buying it?
I was buying it. The tears were.
Were you?
Yeah.
This close up?
I
You
didn't
thought
hear
they were
that
real?
on Facebook. So
She's an actress.
Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you.
It was good stuff, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, probably more people will be fooled by that than our April Fool's edition. Although you never know. People fall for it every single year.
You know, I've always thought that it's sort of a compliment when you're in your April Fool's edition because it means you're big enough news or people know who you are enough to be spoofed.
I think it's an honor. I mean, you guys have been on it a couple of years ago.
A cat fight.
You were in a cat fight, right? I think if you've made it when you make it to the OnMilwaukee.com April Fool's edition. So even though some people might take it the wrong way, and some people do, it's all in good fun. And today is going to be a lot of fun.
Do you have more people that visit your website today than any other day of the year?
It's our biggest day of the year, every single year. So we put a lot of work into this. But the thing is, it only lives for one day. So
and
at
why
midnight,
is that?
Well, the jokes are not as funny on April 2nd.
No, they're not.
People fall for it through Twitter, through Facebook. If they read on Milwaukee, there it is.
Okay, there's
Love
the
this
governor.
one.
I think that whose body is that? Is that Adam Levine?
I don't know whose body that is. I didn't Photoshop that one. But if you look at our homepage, every story on the site is fake.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough tattoos to be Adam Levine, I guess.
Every single, and do you release different stories throughout the day, or are they all out?
We put them all up at midnight,
okay.
12:01. So yeah, this morning I was late last night. I was checking to make sure it was all there, and then we tweet them, we Facebook them, we put them out throughout the day and see who falls for it. And I'm telling you, despite how ridiculous they are, people go for it every single time.
I love it. And do you have a favorite, Andy? Because I love the one with the governor in the bathing suit. That's pretty funny. But you got the one about renaming the Home Bridge. It's now going to be like on Milwaukee.com.
Yeah. If you look at our logo, we have the Home Bridge on it, and I drive over that thing every day, and I'm like, man, what if someone could just step in and get that thing finished? So our April Fool's joke is we paid for the naming rights. I think
$365 million or something. Yeah.
So it will be equipped with a bike lane, some hovercraft.
It'll be heated.
To keep the snow off of it. So you don't need a
snow plow. Yeah,
you could put some Febreze on it. That'd be great
just keep it smelling fresh.
Yeah, so it doesn't always smell like
So the story is it will be done in time for Summerfest, thanks to OnMilwaukee.com.
Right.
So I'm happy to help out.
And you can travel 85 miles an hour now on it.
So we'll see if anyone goes for that one.
It'll have its own concert venue.
Yeah. So the first show will be U2, and that'll be for free, I think, on July 10th.
I love that.
That's fantastic. What was your most tweeted or shared stories? Because I think
ever?
people, do you know which ones are the most popular of all time?
The ones that have really caused a lot of drama were the time that we said that Betty Brinn was going to open up a bar for frustrated parents.
That's hilarious.
That's perfect.
People did believe that, and a lot of donors called in furious to Betty Brinn. That there would be a bar inside the museum.
I wonder about that. Are some of the people who are spoofed upset knowing that it's a spoof, or some people who take it as something serious?
They are upset at first, I think, but then they get so much good publicity.
Right.
That I think usually they get over it when they see their website crashing with too much activity or too many calls talking about them. It is all in good fun.
Yeah, because I think people are going to read about Hank mauling the racing sausages.
I love that
and
one.
might be a little bit concerned.
People will share that. That's going to be all over Facebook. I see people believing that one.
Hank eating the Italian sausage, where he's biting them. It's a hungry dog, and he likes sausages. So.
Very realistic, too.
It is very realistic. We put a lot of effort into the photoshopping. What else do we have here? We have
you have the downtown club too that now is going to have live sex, hard drugs, and devil worship.
So there's the story. I mean,
Let's go.
Remember when Silk wanted to come downtown? People were very concerned about what would be there. So we took it a step farther. That the new downtown strip club is going to have all sorts of crazy vices, and see what people think of that. The devil worshiping and the hard drugs available to people on the street. So there is a little bit of satire, a little bit of a little seriousness built into this, because we like to playfully make fun of what Milwaukee gets fired up about.
Yes. Is there anything that's ever fallen flat that just didn't work? Because I think that happened. When you're a prankster, sometimes they just don't work.
Well, I'll tell you, doing satire for one day is not as easy as doing it every day. We're not the Onion.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not something that we can put out 52 weeks out of the year. So I wouldn't say every joke is as hilarious as every other joke. I'm sure there have been some that people just didn't find funny at all. Obviously, more people tell us that they don't like it than people tell us that they do like it.
Oh,
so
well,
we get a
don't
lot of
believe
hate
those
mail. You know, you had to have kind of a
We do
thick
too.
skin.
Ignore the haters.
We've been threatened a couple times. Yeah, so with some cease and
who
desist.
who has the
Michael
who
McGee's
doesn't-
people didn't find it very funny a couple years ago.
Who doesn't have a sense of humor? Is it politicians? Is it athletes? Is it celebrities? Is it beauty queens?
It's
like
mostly. No, you guys are hilarious. It's mostly the politicians. The city attorney once called me and called me a low-life scum. I thought that was pretty good.
I bet you were like proud of that.
I was kind of honored by that one.
You should make a shirt of that.
Low-life scum.
Yeah, just to embrace it.
But it's okay. I mean, we've been doing this on Milwaukee.com for 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's something we're going to keep doing. It's obviously our most fun day of the year. This one's good. The Keith Toes are going to Coach Marquette.
He's going to be on our show tomorrow.
Well,
He's got the news conference
We're going to
today
have
at
to show it and be like, look what we heard.
That's pretty timely. We had to write that one yesterday.
That was good.
good.
See, that's the other thing. These jokes have an expiration date on them. So we spend all year thinking about what we're going to put on our April Fool's edition, and sometimes they just get too old.
Yeah,
so we have to
topical
swap
anymore.
stuff in at the last minute. But when you're writing 30 stories for one day, in addition to all the stuff that we're writing every day anyway on iMilwaukee.com, you got to be pretty quick and nimble. So it really is a joint effort. We're all working on it together.
Just really quick,
Sure.
who makes a good spoof? Who's a good person to make fun of? Not just or the type of person,
Right.
and what makes something funny in your opinion?
I think people who are really extreme in their opinions, because you can push it so much farther. And people who are visually interesting. So Scott Walker is a perfect person to spoof because he has so many goofy faces. You know, whatever you think about him politically, he's occasionally takes funny pictures. So when we put him on a shirtless man, or we put him, you know, one of the stories is about how he's not going to be making any decisions until after the election. So we have him playing Xbox with his friends, and he's just got kind of a goofy look on his face.
Why'd you pick a shirtless guy with such ripped abs?
Because that's the whole story. Like, there's going to be a swimsuit competition between him and Mary Burke, and we wanted them both to look really beautiful when they're, you know, in swimsuits, so it becomes a harder competition. It's just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to go back to the office and see what's waiting for me, because I guarantee you there are going to be some
good
sparks
stuff.
flying today. Yeah.
That's great. I get fooled a lot. I think a lot of those stories are great. And if you want to find one of the stories from On Milwaukee, send it to your friends. See if you can fool them before they even know what happened. Here's the website so you can find all of them. It's onmilwaukee.com. Some genius stories out there today that are sure to fool someone. Thanks for being here.
I love
Thanks
it.
for having me
We
again.
love having
All
you.
right, and next year, April Fools, you'll be back, right? It's a
Every
date?
year.
I love
All right.
it. All right.
Count
we'll
on it.
see you next year. And here's our sound
Thanks.
off for today. Go to Facebook and tell us what makes you laugh.
There's some good responses. We were laughing out loud at your responses. Really great ones
And
today.
Tiffany has already pranked everybody in our office today. So
Yeah,
what makes you laugh? She makes us laugh. I love it.